Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. How are we doing today? I'm back again for a cash stuffing. This is November week 3. We are cash stuffing £200 today. And my day has been mental so far. All thanks to my little pickle, my little delight. My angel delight. He has just run me ragged this morning. Run me ragged. There has been tears and tantrums, not from me, nearly, from him this morning. He was not a happy bunny. Anything I said or did wasn't very good. And yeah, he didn't want to wear his school clothes. He wanted to wear his biking clothes today, guys. He wanted to wear his biking clothes. So we had that battle this morning. He also had a meltdown because we forgot the skipping rope. What else? Oh, he didn't want to wear the hat. So I put a hat on his head this morning. He didn't want to wear that hat. He wanted to wear the other hat. So I put the other hat on quickly, in a rush this morning, might I add, once we got to the school gates. And then we got to the door and he turned to me with tears in his eyes and said, "Mummy, I don't want this hat. I want the other hat." After telling me he didn't want that hat originally. I jumped out the shower this morning and found he'd pulled out all of our shoes from the shoe cupboard downstairs, all of his artwork from school. We've got like a drawer at the front of the house near our porch, and we keep all of their like pictures from school in. So he'd pulled those out. That was a lovely surprise after I got out the shower. It's just not been a good day. It's just not been a good morning. But it's 10 a.m. and you know what? I've decided this is my last working day of the week. I'm going to get myself the fattest McDonald's you've ever seen. I'm going to stuff my face and have a great lunch break today. Luckily, I love my job and what I do. I have, if you haven't watched me before, you've probably clicked off by now. Thought, who is this crazy whinging lady? I'm not normally whingy, I promise. I have a little Etsy shop which I run full time, and I bloody love it. I tell you, I love it so much. It makes me so happy. And I say work, it doesn't feel like work. They always say that, don't they? If you find a job you love, it's not work. And that is exactly how I feel about my little Etsy shop. So yeah, it's my last working day today. Let's do this one here. I've got lots of foiling to do. I am restocking the Polar Expense, and I'm also doing the Home Loan collection as well. I'm trying to make as many as I can of both. As physically possible. So I'm working in the day whilst the kids are at school, and then I'm working once they're in bed. I sit on the living room floor cutting, cornering, doing all the stuff that I can do whilst watching a bit of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I do love watching that. We go through phases with it. Sometimes we'll keep up to date, and then like the last week or two we stop watching. Really bad habit. We did that with Big Brother as well. Love Big Brother. But once we miss a few, we get in a really bad habit of just like skipping it and be like, nah. There's too many spoilers online as well, like when people get evicted and stuff. But let's count the cash, shall we? Hope everyone's well. Hope you've had a better morning than me. My little one also didn't want to get dressed this morning. So once he decided, okay, fine, I'm going to have to wear my uniform, I had to chase him around the living room to put a sock on. Chase him around the living room to put his shirt on. Put your tie, oh yeah. I'm feeling a bit stressy. Right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. Beautiful. We went on our lovely Christmas shopping day, like I said we were going to do. And we went all the way up to Cribbs Causeway, so Bristol way. And you know what? We got everything we wanted. Plus more. We managed to get quite a few people done, Christmas present wise. We had a great time. It was just me and Mr. Cute, and we finished it with a cheeky Nando's, drove home, listened to some Christmas tunes on Spotify. We had a really lovely time. Really, really loved it. It went really fast, as it always does. But yeah, so we did that, guys, if you were wondering. Let's start off with our emergency fund. We've been a bit spendy though this week, but yeah. Let's see. Let's do a little yellow, shall we? Do a yellow one today. Beautiful. So £10 into our emergency fund, and our emergency fund goes into this tin here because then we don't tap it. This was the most tapped fund last year, so putting it in a tin has been the best thing I ever did. So that's lovely. £500 of it is in our bank account. It's in a savings pot that's linked to our bank account, so it's not touched. But the rest of it, so where are we here? Yeah, 230 is now in here because I had to open it a few months ago. But yeah. Booty. Pumpkin pounds. Pumpkin pounds is going to get 5 today, and that is because we are finishing it. So I've now completed this 2 times, which is awesome. And each time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time it's £45 when I complete it. So we should have 90 squid. So let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Beautiful. So we have got, I think I might do it one more time, you know, and then maybe next year, 2026, I will start the pet fund one because I like it. It's fun. It feels quick because I'm doing each one as £1. It feels like a nice quick win, and it's keeping me a bit more entertained than if I did them as fivers or something. I think I'd be bored. It's quite, yeah, it's for like future vet bills for Pumpkin. And it's perfect because it's called Pumpkin Pounds. It's like it was made for her, you know? Right, van maintenance is going to get 15 today. What have we got in there now? 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. Lovely. So it's now got 105. I was going to put 20 in, but then I was like, do you know what? I want to spread the money a little bit. We'll do 15. Because it's still important, you know? It's important. It needs a chunk every week. For sure. Because I feel like at the beginning of the year, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'll put a £5 in there. Sometimes I'd skip it, and we can't do it. It's one of the most important things, you know? It's one of the most important things. It gets us from A to B, and we are a one-vehicle household. So once that van goes down, we've got nothing else, no backups or anything. She's had a new engine and stuff, which is like the biggest job you can do to a van. So I'm hoping she'll be good for a good few years. But bits and pieces, little odds and ends, I'm expecting here and there, you know? Right, Home Sweet Home's going to get 10 today. We've got 20 in there at the mow. So let's put 20 in. Take 2 5s out. There's now 30 in home. Do you know what? I'm really struggling with what to do first in the house. Because we need like shelves and stuff. We'd like rugs to make it look cozy and some like plants and things like that. I just don't know where to start. But I'm thinking the hallway, because we've started doing little bits to the hallway. So a nice rug in the hallway, or the landing in the top, because we've got 3 stories in our house, and the middle landing is very bare. Like you come up the stairs, you've got your living room on the left there, then we've got this big landing which is white, and yeah, I think a nice rug would look nice. I found one online that I love, and it's £100, so that might be the start of the rug maybe. Lapland. Big up Lapland. Right, we got 20, 40. Mr. Cute says things like that all the time, so it's always in my head. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30. What am I doing? That's not right. Yeah, it is. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We've got 150 in there. Today we are adding 50. So 20, 40. They can go at the back. And we'll put a little tenner in the middle, shall we? That's 50. There's now £200 in the Lapland fund. Woohoo! How exciting! Beautiful little thing. Now what I've decided we're going to do with this, because we're booking everything individually, we're going to book things all at different times. So we're probably going to book the bougie accommodation first. Flights, the good deal, like flights we can't even book now. So this is the tricky thing. The accommodation is starting to be available now, but flights you can't really book until sort of like 7, 8 months before. So I think we're going to have to book the accommodation. I've seen what the flight days are to certain areas this year, so I'm hoping there's sort of similar days. Most days they fly from London anyway, so we'll probably have to go up to London. So yeah, we've got car hire, we've got accommodation. We're going to do 2 nights bougie, 2 or 3 nights maybe Airbnb or booking.com, anywhere, just like average. I'm not bothered, you know. We're going to do the car hire. Obviously we need the flights. We need 2 passports. We need some clothes because it's going to be freezing. The bougie hotel actually gives you ski wear, so they give you ski boots, your onesies and all of that, so that's really handy. But we need some bits for the other few days. You can actually hire it out there as well, so I will weigh it all up and see, do we go on Vinted and just grab some secondhand snow gear for the few days and then resell it, or do we hire the stuff and then there's no fuss? I don't know, we'll look into it. But everything's going to be booked at different times, so the money is going to be very in and out. So I didn't want to do any challenges or anything for it because I just think it's just going to confuse it. So I'm just going to put money in and out of there as we want to book things, you know. That's how we're going to work that one. Health, are you getting anything? You're not. You've got 30 in there. I will do you next week, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we will. We'll do it next week. Thank you to everybody leaving lovely comments on my videos. Last week, I do need to start replying to them a little bit better. I still haven't like penciled in a bit of time to do that. Future events is going to get a 5. Today we've got 20, 30, 40, 55. We've now got 60 in there. Lovely. And I'd like this to be £200 before the end of January, because there's an event we'd like to go to in July, but the tickets come out in January. That's like a biking event. And it's also my mother-in-law's 60th birthday at the end of January, and they haven't planned a meal or anything. I can just sense it in my spidey senses. So yeah, I'm going to get £100 ready for me, Mr. Cute and our 2 boys, just in case there's a spontaneous meal thrown out there. Because spontaneous meals when you're a family aren't cheap. And yeah, I don't like just it being thrown upon us, you know. I like to know in advance, guys, you know. It works better for the budget. Right, hair appointment's going to get a 10. Oop. Should we do some swapsies there with a 20? Because we've got quite a few there. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Ideal. That's in, I think it's 3 weeks exactly that my hair will be due. Or is it 2 weeks exactly? Not sure. Bulk buys, no. We are going to put 10 into clothes. What have we got in there so far? A tenner. So now 20 in clothes. Cool. Beautiful. The birthday binder next. And in this one, we are working on, so Granny Sis is complete, Little Nanny is complete, Uncle Bean is who we're working on now. So he's got 20. Now I've got 25 in there. Ooh, my fingers aren't working. Lovely. Ooh, beautiful. Is that one done? Let's go to the school binder. This is a very important one that I want to be a bit better with next year. I feel like this year I have been better with it, but there's still room for improvement, you know. I'm still feeling a little bit last minute with it all, because this Christmas holidays one, for example, I don't think it's going to be done until like a week or so before the Christmas holidays. It's just a little bit last minute, but we're completing it. That's the main thing. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So today we are putting £10 into here, which is 2 Christmas trees. So let's get them coloured in and put the 10 in. Let's do the money first, else I'll forget, guys. $10, $20, $30, $40, $45, $50, $55 in there now. Lovely. There's actually a challenge that's going to be put in here. So, you know, my seasonal challenge binder, at the moment we've got a nice autumn one going on. One of the challenges in there that is going to be nearly complete soon, in the next week or 2, is actually going to put a nice chunk in here. So that is going to be satisfying to sort out. I feel like I'm a bit of a chatterbox today, hope you don't mind. I'm also going to put £10 into trips. We have got the price for my son's school trip, 1 night away. It's £100. So we'll put 10 into there today. So there's now 40 in there. It's in March, at the end of March. I don't know when they'll want the money. Probably end of January or something like that, I'm guessing. So if we can get it done by then, that'd be lovely. That's it for the school binder. I think we'll start the school uniform fund in the next few weeks as well and get that on the ball, because that's one that I'm always a little bit last minute for. And they do some sales for the school uniform quite early on. So where are we going to now? Our annuals binder. Our annuals binder. Beautiful. Right. So miss 11 minutes. Let's get her out. Hey. Lovely. So this one has £20 so far. We'll put another 5 in today. So we've now got 25 squid for our Indian takeaway. Yeah, exciting. I can taste it now. Love it. I love having a bit of everything. We normally get a few curries to share between us, and some naans and some onion bhajis. What else do we get? Oh yeah, I've got to have some poppadoms and some mango chutney. Oh yeah. Right, so that's that one done. Valentine's Day, I started that last week, so let's continue it. So we put 5 in last week. Let's do another little 5. So there's now 10 towards Valentine's Day. We don't go nuts on Valentine's Day. We normally just do like sometimes a little takeaway, or you know, like those M&S little meal deals they do, like dine in, romantic dine in, 2 for 20 or whatever it is. Yeah, cute. A nice little cherub. That's £10 towards all of that. Beautiful. We are going to do the boys' birthdays. So what have we got in here so far? 20, 40, 60, 70 quid. I like to put tenors in, but I have done 5 this week because I'm bumping up the savings challenge binder a little bit today, putting a little bit extra in there. So yeah. And Bay's birthday, aka Mr. Cute, he's going to have the same. Oh, I've run out of 5s. That's not good for the savings challenges. Never mind. Yep, that's this one done with. Lovely. So, savings challenge binder. You may notice I'm not cashed off in Christmas. That is because we completed Christmas on the 31st of October, which is amazing and blows my brain, blows my little mind. We are going to start saving for Christmas 2026 in 2 weeks' time, or actually next week. I'm telling a fib. It's next week we're going to start saving for that, because I've decided that I'm going to use my YouTube income for that. So YouTube is going to be funding our 2026 Christmas, which is crazy, but I've got to stay consistent, else it won't work. So it's all on me to get the videos up and uploaded, you know, because if I don't do that, no one can watch them, and if no one watches them, I won't be able to have Christmas, you know. I have to pay for it myself. No, I just thought it'd be fun. How fun. We'll see how we go with it. If we have to cash stuff for it as well, then we will. I'd like some bougie garlands and stuff next year. We've bought a few bits already this year, but because we're in a new house and it's a lot bigger than our old place, it just looks a bit bare, and we've got all the decorations down from, you know, the ones we've been collecting over the years that we've been together, and it's just, there's just not loads. So I think next year we'll go a bit harder on the deckies. So I might save quite a whack for Christmas next year. So yeah, let's colour in the little fireworks, shall we? Ooh, this is a pretty one. So I've just been doing 5s with this, although each firework is a tenner. I've split it between 4 weeks and done 4 5s. So £10 needs to go into a mez, because I don't have any 5s left. There we go. 5 back in the kitty. So that's £20, right? Where is she? Is there a £20 note in here? No. So £20 is now completed November. Taking the money out of my little friend. So, and that is going to be moved to future events. I've decided. So let's reallocate that now a minute, shall we? Yeah, get it off the table. So we're now on to December with all the little Christmas hats. Cute! And I think I'll start that next week because there's 5. And I think I'm only cash stuffing 4 times in December because there's only 4 Fridays. So let's do the future events one, which is fabulous because I think there's already 70 in there now. Let's have a look again. I did put a fiver in here a minute ago, didn't I? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, I know. 70, 80. 80 out of our £200 by the end of Jan thingy, my bob. So that's brilliant. I feel good about that. I like to put it somewhere that needs it, you know, every time. I try and think hard. Although it's only £20, that's still quite a chunk towards one of my sinking funds, you know. So, which potion is complete? Let's go to the back actually and do our dot debt. Now, there should be £40 in total for this challenge binder. We've spent 5 on the firework. We've got another 5 there. So it's 10, 20, 30, 40. This is bursting open. She's just so full of money. She's just so full. Right, and we owe this a bit of money. We did owe it at 190. We've got down to 80, so we've halved the debt. Today I'm going to put £10 in there, and let's use this little blue one today. So minus another 10 brings us to 70. And in a bit I'm also putting £1 in here, but I don't have any change at the moment, so we'll do that in a bit. Lovely. Okay, right. I am going to quickly change up this 20 because it's just not going to work. Okay, there we go. So we've swapped the 20 for 20, but smaller notes and a few pounds there. Because to be able to do what I've decided this week, I'm going to need all of that. So, Boo Race is going to get 2 rolls today. So I wonder, the only one that needs 2 is Emergency Fund. The Home Fund needs 3, and this one I've changed to Lapland, that needs 5. So that needs quite a few. Let's see what we get today. 3. What's 3? Oh, Lapland. And 1, which is Emergency. Interesting. Okay, guys. So that's £4 spent on Boo Race. Beautiful. I really don't mind where it goes now. I was rooting for Home. I mean, I still kind of am, but I'm buzzing to get the Lapland Fund going and also the Emergency Fund. We're in the 700s. Like, if we can get closer to that £1,000 mark, that would make me feel really content. So we've got £4 there going into this one. Let's hold her up a minute just so she can dry a little bit more. Lovely. I think there's 44 quid in that one now. Right, we've got, ooh, that's crusty. We've got a crusty pound, so I'm going to quickly go to the dots and do that because I wanted to do that anyway. And we're going to completely cheat. And instead of taking it off the dirt, I'm just going to do a little pound. A little pound dot there on the single ones. Because I haven't done a dot in ages. I've just been paying that little debt off. There we go, just to get rid of the odd pound. Right, we're going to complete Save My Bacon today. The last one we've got is a sausage to do. Look, the last banger. So let's do her. Oh, see, my hands just don't. My hands. Mr. Cute always says that I've got plastic hands because sometimes I'll just like be holding something and all of a sudden I throw it, or like I'll drop my fork. I drop my fork all the time, like consistently. Every week I drop my fork at least once whilst I'm eating dinner, or just like fling it across the table. I don't know why or how. So this is Save My Bacon. It saves £35. We've completed it. It's from the lovely Esther at My Money Matters. I've enjoyed this one and I will be doing it again at some point. It will be going back into my stash. And I've designated this 35 to the Christmas school holidays. Now, I was going to wait until I finish this binder because I'm aiming to get all these challenges done by next Friday. So today and next Friday. So next week I'll do a bit of a reallocation, I think. So the Magical Forest, this one is going to get £8 today. Ooh la la! And we've only got fivers, so I'll have to dig around in Hermes. I'll put, oh hold on, I'll put £10 and take £2 out. Let's mark off 8 of these cuties. So we'll do 2, 5 and 8. Lovely. And then next week we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 8. And then we're finished. And then this one here, Autumn Forest. Hold on, let's sort the money out first. Actually, no, I'm being clever actually. Put another 5 in, which tallies 15, because I'm doing 7 in this one. So 8 and 7 is 15. So we will do £2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I did tally off last week's £4, just so you guys know. Look, I'm up to date with the tallies. Thanks for reminding me. When I edited the video, I realised that I didn't do my tally, so I did it straight after the video anyway. We're all good with that. So now I'm going to put 7 on here now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. So next week we have only got, I think, £6 left on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 7? Yeah, I think. Something like that. Something like that. Okie dokie. Right. £15 is going into MS. Beautiful. Hold on, that £5 is for Save My Bacon. There we go. Lovely. So we are complete, guys, for the week. So next week we will be completing everything in here, ready for a winter binder. Woo! So every 3 to 4 months I change the binder up. So yeah, join me next week for my little winter setup. Exciting. Hope you're all good. Thank you so much if you got this far, and I will see you again next week. Bye.